Now that the Time Masters are gone, history has been left unguarded. Everything that has happened or will happen is subject to the exploitation of time criminals, which is why history needs new protectors. It needs legends.
My name is Rex Tyler. I'm a member of the Justice Society of America.
Glad we're past the point of worrying about the timeline.
Now, Sarah!
I need to talk to you about the legends. I think they're all in trouble.
Somebody just blew up New York.
During World War II, think we can all guess who that someone is.
Nazis. I hate Nazis.
It's not like the Time Masters are here to stop it.
We are history's last line of defense.
Relax, Captain. We got this. I've been waiting a long time for this.
A long time for what?
To kill you.
Are you, sure you know how to fly this thing?
Let's find out.
Oh my god, YouTubers, they are fully going Legion of Doom versus Justice Society on Legends of Tomorrow. So I'm going to break the trailer down and explain what they announced at Comic-Con. So there were a bunch of big announcements about Legends of Tomorrow Season 2. In case you missed it, Season 2 is going to be all about the Justice Society, but the big surprise of Comic-Con was the other characters that they confirmed were going to be a part of that. Stargirl, Obsidian, Dr. Midnight, Commander Steel, and Vixen. So they are doing a shit ton of Justice Society characters, and, even bigger surprise in my mind was when they announced that, you have a big hero team up, you have to have villains to match that. So they are going to do the most comic book thing possible, villain team up, Legion of Doom. That team's going to be Malcolm Merlyn, Captain Cold, the Eobard Thawne Reverse Flash, and Damien Darhk. I know a lot of you are asking, okay, so just careful for spoilers from Arrow this season. There were some big twists with those characters this year. So Damien Darhk was killed by Oliver at the end of Arrow Season 4. But when they said he was going to be part of the Legion of Doom, they said, the asterisk is that he will be from the 1940s. So even though the main focus of Season 2 is going to be this big Justice Society arc going up against the Legion of Doom, they're going to be jumping around in time as they try to stop them. So a lot of that's going to be set up in the first episode. I think there's supposed to be a flashback with Damien Darhk in the 1940s, so that will tee up their Legion of Doom arc. We had the teaser at the end of Season 1 where Hourman shows up and says, I'm part of the Justice Society. So it just feels like they're making the TV show that you wanted it to be in Season 1. There were some really good moments in Legends Season 1, but it was a little uneven, so I feel like now they've gotten to the point where they can do this bigger comic book story, and maybe it has some stuff to do with what's going on behind the scenes, like the production of it all, the way they organize contracts, the way that DC lets them use characters. So you may have heard the really cool news that John Barrowman, Wentworth Miller, the people that play Captain Cold and Malcolm Merlyn, signed big contracts to be regulars on all of the DC TV shows. It was like this big overall contract, just meaning that they're going to show up on each of the 4 TV shows. So you have Supergirl, you have Legends of Tomorrow, you have Flash, and Arrow. So there are a couple actors that have contracts like that will just be jumping around from show to show. The newest one that they just announced to get a deal like that is Katie Cassidy. Now, they didn't exactly say how Katie Cassidy is going to cross over with all the 4 TV shows, because we know that she's going to continue to be in flashbacks in Arrow. So when we see her on Arrow, she'll be a younger version of the character who hasn't become Black Canary yet. But when she appears on Legends of Tomorrow, or like when she goes on Supergirl, she might do Birds of Prey. So they haven't explained it, so just like wide open to speculation. But Katie Cassidy is going to be jumping around. And on top of that, the Reverse Flash will be a series regular on Legends of Tomorrow, meaning he's going to be in most of the episodes, but he won't be a series regular on The Flash Season 3. He's only going to appear in the first couple of episodes and then maybe again later in the season. But there's going to be a whole bunch of Reverse Flash because of this Legion of Doom arc and because of Flashpoint things that are going on in The Flash. I'm actually more excited about the Reverse Flash than I am about the other Legion of Doom characters. What about Jay Garrick, though? He was a founding member of the Justice Society, so of course it makes sense that they would try to use him on that TV show. So John Wesley Shipp, the actor, really only confirmed that he was coming back for The Flash Season 3. He said that he's spoken to the producers about Legends of Tomorrow, and all they've really said is that they can do a lot more with the character. Like, they can actually bring him onto Legends of Tomorrow, but they haven't written that story yet. So they're like, we're really excited to write it, so he will in the future. They just haven't confirmed which episode he's going to appear in, how it's going to work. So tentatively, just assume that you will see Jay Garrick Justice Society things happening during Season 2, which I think is actually way better than having Barry Allen crossover. That is one of the biggest questions that you guys were asking me earlier this year when Legends of Tomorrow Season 1 was happening. When will the Flash appear on Legends of Tomorrow? So if you were on the fence about Legends of Tomorrow Season 1, or if you quit during the middle of the season because you didn't like the Hawkman, Hawkgirl storyline, there are going to be none of those shenanigans in Season 2. It will be hardcore Justice Society versus Legion of Doom. And I know a lot of you are asking about Constantine. So Matt Ryan actually did the voice for Constantine in the Justice League Dark animated movie. Now, if you don't know anything about that, like they have the animated DC movies, like they did Justice League War, they did Throne of Atlantis. So like the latest movie to exist in that universe that they just made is Justice League Dark. It's just like the comic book. If you read that during the New 52, it looks more like the New 52 version of Justice League Dark. Matt Ryan's Constantine appears in that movie. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but it's not connected to any of the TV shows. But I think they're slowly opening the door for him to guest star. And if he's willing to do the voice of the character in an animated movie, yes, I totally think that he's willing to come back and do Legends of Tomorrow. I think, the funny thing in all this is they announced so much stuff at Comic-Con, but you really don't get any of that from the footage in this trailer. Like, you just see the same old team. So I feel like the trailer itself isn't that great. Like, they're completely burying the lead. They aren't showing off any of this awesome Justice League or Legion of Doom stuff. But I think the reason for that is because they didn't start production till a little bit after Flash and Arrow started. So like Flash and Arrow are almost at episode 3. So they had a whole bunch of footage to show off at Comic-Con. Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl didn't start production till only recently, so they probably haven't shot a whole lot of stuff. So that's probably why you didn't see any Justice Society stuff in this trailer. But let me know what you guys think about the idea of Justice Society versus Legion of Doom in Season 2. I feel like that's what the show needs. That is what the show should have been in Season 1. But just a real quick reminder, there is a new round of the DC giveaway that's been going on. It's still open. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. I'm going to be doing some more Marvel stuff next. Then I'll do an Arrow Season 5 trailer video. I'll just announce the winner when I post that trailer video. So get hyped for Justice Society. And actually, another big question, let me know, who do you think is going to be the most evil member of the Legion of Doom? As evil as the Reverse Flash is, it is going to be really hard for him to out-evil Malcolm Merlyn. While you guys wait for me to post that, you can click here for my breakdown of the Thor Ragnarok teaser that they showed off, and you can click here for my breakdown of the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 footage. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.